in and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the rip. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They're led by the second-year man from Washington State, Anthony Gordon.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The numbers from last week for Hilton. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Gordon. This to Jarwin. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Gordon. And the catch made by Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now Gordon. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Gordon. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Stafford. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 72 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down now, it's Mitchell, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, Mitchell, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gordon. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Off play action. Gordon. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. They'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking to throw on second down. Gordon checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. Pushes past him, powering his way forward. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Gordon's throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Gordon's throw taken in by Jarwin. That catch good for only a couple. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back to throw again. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
The throw for Toney is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Well, the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. From the 50, Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, a quick throw, going to be caught by Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the interception, here's Stafford. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw on second down. Gordon, the tight end, Jarwin with it out on the left side. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Gordon. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon going underneath, complete to Jarwin. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Looking to throw. Gordon going underneath, complete to Jarwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Gordon. Open man, here is Cobb. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. The quick slant. Touchdown Bengals. Randall Cobb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Stafford. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Stafford looks to throw again. It's complete to Diggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Stafford over the middle complete. That's Woods. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. They're already walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go on to score again. Can he get it done?
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
to throw. Gordon. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Gordon's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. That's complete to Tony. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off. They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it. How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D? Yeah, momentum swing. And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Stafford now to throw. And Diggs has it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they? I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Steelers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll head back home